Hello Aries, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Mershinsky. Some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could also be a situationship. The relationship could also be currently. I also am channeling for those of you that may have a very strong connection, spiritual bond with an individual, but no one's really speaking up. And there is a whole lot of nervousness here. All right. We have a few cards that are popping up here. All right, so after this card comes this card. I just don't have a spot for it. We have here energy followed by compassion, fear, mystery, awakening, creativity, wild woman, sensuality, that's sexuality, embracing the shadow, and then we have surrender. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have inspiration. Those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides, I never have, and I do have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what has come up today. So you have here 3 cards that do talk about a struggle. There's fear, wild woman, and embracing the shadow. Now, because you have the mystery card, which is a past life card, it does indicate that the both of you may be mirroring each other, or you are, I'm getting the word intertwined in each other's energy. And it does not matter how far you are. You could be half across the world on the other side, and you still feel this individual's energy, the speed of thought. Here we have a few cards that do talk about the feelings, happy feelings. We have sexuality, we have here compassion, energy, surrender, and inspiration. That's a really good card to have. So it does appear that there is a past life spiritual connection here. A bit of nervousness, but also we have an appreciation of the type of character and personality you have. For some of you, cross-watcher, this may be your feelings, but also Aries, this could also be the way you feel simply because of the mystery card, because that indicates to me that it's a past life connection and both of you are mirroring each other. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aries, the connection that I have with you, it's very spiritual, and you make all my chakra centers come to life. I feel as if I am protected by this energy that exists between us. Protected from the universe, but also by the universe. Certain things have happened in this connection, and I know I haven't been the most trustworthy. And I have compassion for you now, empathy and sympathy. Not because you are weak, but because of the things that I have put you through. And because of this, I feel nervous. A long time ago, I was very confident. But now there's a lack of self-esteem, self-worth. There's a lack of confidence. There's a whole lot of insecurities. I feel anxiety. Sometimes I even feel worthless. And I feel unworthy of somebody like you because I've realized that you are not just any other ordinary person. You are somebody that I've known from before. I think you're a spiritual connection. When I think of you and when I see you, it's as if I've known you from before. Sometimes when you're not there, I can smell your scent. When you're not there, I can feel your presence. And in my dreams, everything seems so real. There's something about you. And now I question the universe. Why is it that Aries is in my life now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Why not far into the future? Why specifically now? I have come to this emotional awakening and this spiritual awakening. I look at life differently. I'm seeing things differently. Things are no longer the same. I see things through your perspective now. I've put myself into your shoes. And I try to ground myself so that I can make sense of this intense connection. And I want to create something with you. Something that'll be long-lasting for the world to see. A web of love I would like to weave and have you in the center of my world. But that may be weak and fragile. I know in this connection, I have said certain things and I've hidden certain things. I may have talked and spoken pages and paragraphs, but I've taken out a few sentences which you don't know won't hurt you, or will it? I guess it did. Now there's a sense of deception, suspicion. You have been deceived. And because of that, I know it's difficult to trust me, to move on. In this connection, I have this over-the-top, sensually intense spiritual connection with you. I find it difficult to not think about you. In that way, I fantasize about you. I think about the both of us together. Intimate. And I miss that. I want to have that. But so much has happened between us that the situation now has become very awkward. No longer is this feeling comfortable. There's this feeling of not being able to open up. You saw a part of me that I never really wanted you to see, that dark side, a shadow side that existed. But that is a part of who I am. And I want you, and I would hope that you would embrace that side. I do feel that in this connection, I belong to you and you belong to me. There's certain things about you where I've just surrendered my mind, my heart, my body to you. I also feel the sense of inspiration. Things feel alive. They were not before. Everything now is colored, and before it seemed to have been black and white. My world was like that. The world now smells better, sounds better, tastes better, feels better, knowing that you exist in it. Overall, right now, I'm taking a step back because I know the things that I've done were wrong. And I know to you it may have seemed that I overindulged in sensuality. But this situation also scares me now too. All right. Aries, you have a very unique situation here, and this is a spiritual connection where the both of you, most likely in a past life, if not a future life, but in a past life you could have been married, engaged, betrothed, you could have been in a secret love affair, but whatever it was long term, and it's left a mark. And this mark is eternal. It's eternal love, but it's also eternal passion. And what we have here is a very, very intense connection that has a lot of chemistry. And this chemistry is displayed by this card right here, sexuality. And it's not a coincidence that it's right underneath. Like I sometimes say to you guys, that there's this grid that I see. This grid that comes up. So there's fear here because somebody has lied. Somebody was untruthful. And somebody maybe had twisted the information that was being given. But also they were lying at the time when they were engaging with you in that way of being intimate. Whatever intimacy you guys had, from your point of view, it may have been love, but from this person's point of view, it was very lustful. I can't even talk right now. From this person's point of view, it was very lustful. There was passion. However, do I see love here? I don't see the type of love that we usually would like. There's always the love card. There's always the feelings and emotions card. There's also the mothering card and the nourishment card. We don't have that here. So what I'm seeing here is a situation where this connection became, it was very sudden. It became very intense, very fast. And there was this understanding at some point in time where this is, or maybe a spiritual connection. This is awakening, and that's mystery. An awakening to a mystery. What is that mystery? That's a past life connection, or rather a spiritual connection. You guys can be twin flame, soulmates, karmic partners, maybe even more, but those are the top 3 that I've seen that are the most intense. The fear card also comes into play when we have, I've seen, a past life connection because it's too overwhelming. It is so intense that it actually scares people. And that's because it's double the love, double the pain. And you can have a look at some of my videos. I'll talk to you about the videos just after this particular spread. But it explains to you in my videos that it's ×2. You are feeling these emotions and feelings in this lifetime, but you've also already felt them in a past life. And it is your soul that is remembering all of this. Sometimes we don't have 100% those full-on memories, but we do have instincts, feelings, and emotions. I've seen that those are the things that just kind of seep right through. And we know that there's something special about this person, but we just can't put our finger on it. And yet that's my person. You may have been with somebody for a very long time. And this is for you, Aries. This is for Crosswatcher. You may have been with somebody for a very long time, but then somebody else comes into your life and you wonder, where you've been all my life. And you get this intense feeling. Yes, you may have felt a feeling like that before, with your first person. But the second person that comes into your life often is also somebody that you are very much connected with from a past life where there was some type of karma or debt that needs to be paid, or a story that wasn't fulfilled and it needs to come through in this lifetime. So this, Aries, is a very, very intense connection, and it is scary for some because it's so intense. And when it comes to the chemistry part, the intimacy, it's almost as if an individual may not have control over themselves. It's just too much. It's like an obsession. Here there's an issue of that they have an issue, yourself or maybe them. There's this inability to let go, and also the feeling of obsession. And obsession is mostly over the amount of passion that the both of you want with each other, for each other. Here we do have that sense of awkwardness. And this does talk about how in this connection, certain things have happened where this individual really didn't want you to see that part of them, but now you have, and it's difficult to communicate because the situation is very awkward now. The environment may have been comfortable before because there was a lack of knowledge and a lack of feelings about this. Things were comfortable back then, but now they're not so comfortable. Now things have just they're like just blown out of proportion now. And they're so intense that it's difficult for somebody to even think straight. That is the type of connection that is coming up. And somebody here wasn't very truthful. They've hid a few things. So now there's a lack of trust and a lack of faith in this connection also. For that, there is a lot of fear. We do have fear. Nervousness. This person may be nervous because of the intense connection, and so they find it difficult to reach out or even talk. On my other channel on YouTube, Asnointia Audio, I have 2 videos that you may feel are really helpful. One is called Past Life and Spiritual Connections. The other one is called Sensually Intense Spiritual Connections. Both of these videos will give you a better understanding of what you're feeling, why you're feeling the way that you are. Also, for some of you that are interested in a past life reading, I do past life readings. Have a look on my website, www.asnointia.com. If you can place an order, that's fine and dandy. If you can't, just send me an email and I will put you on the waiting list. My other channel on YouTube, those videos are absolutely free, and you can also find videos on twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, and a few more things that are related to the spiritual kind of world and the connection. All right. 2 major arcanas here. This is the Lover's Path Tarot, and with this, I'll be looking into what happened in the past that caused this problem in the first place. So something happened, and here I'll be looking into why there was this lack of closure, what truly happened, and these are things that this person didn't tell you, and these are really intense. That's fertility and that's grace. So these are huge changes that were occurring in their mind, and they were not really sharing it with you. So this is for those of you that have a lack of closure. This person just faded. They may have ghosted you. That sort of feeling that occurs on the inside. And these are in the past. The first set of cards that I had, that is present. That's current status. All right. Interesting. We have here, and I read these in the reverse. It talks about deprivation or sterility. Feeling the lack of material resources and limitations that overwhelm. So there's a whole lot of things going on here. Your person of interest did not feel that they were equipped to be in this connection with you because they feel that you deserved more and they couldn't give you what it is that you needed or whatever you desired. Here it talks about a problem with physical products, meaning like children, or even working together on building a future, committing. It talks about somebody here was unable to have a family. So maybe some female was unable to get pregnant. Maybe due to her age, it could be, or it doesn't have to be age. It could be any factor. But this was also for a tiny, small portion of you. This could have been a problem where somebody here wanted to have a child and the other could not. They could not provide. And that's why we also have here deprivation or sterility. And we also have here material resources. If it's not that, if it's not fertility related, then it can also be the fact that there was a desire to grow, make more money, have tangible assets. But what happened, this person was unable to do that. And because they couldn't do that, they didn't feel good enough. They felt intimidated by you. They felt that you deserve more and that they're not good enough. That's a problem. That's the reason why they started to take a step back. Here, there are certain things that they could not give to you that you deserved. And they also felt that there were certain limitations and kind of like guidelines, restrictions, constraints that they had to work within. And these limitations started to overwhelm this person. When they became overwhelmed, they realized that I can't give Aries what it is that Aries wants. So I better just take a step back and just leave it at that. That is what happened here. Did your person want to be with you and to grow with you and to build something with you? Yes, they did. Did they feel that they could do it? No, they didn't. And that's where the problem lies. They felt that they were not good enough, that they couldn't provide to you the things that you needed or the things that you deserved. And that truly means a lot to them, because if they can't provide, then they feel as if they're not worth anything. They feel that they're worthless. Here we also have grace. You did have the inspiration card. This talks about love that inspires us and inspires others. They had wanted to turn their dreams into reality, and they wanted to become more aware of the goals that they wanted, but there was a lack of belief and self-esteem and how to meet them. It says here in the reverse, not following your bliss, insecurity, feelings of unworthiness, ignoring intuition. That's what I've been saying all along with the fear card. This person feels intimidated, they feel unworthy, they feel worthless. Very sad. Very sad, but they're doing it because they love you, because they want you to have the best. And they realize that you deserve the best, but they are not the best. In your eyes, maybe they are. But from their point of view, they don't see it that way. And that's really bad, because when we have insecurities, a lack of confidence, a lack of self-esteem, then all of these things really bring down an individual. You become depressed too. There's different levels of depression, and you also attract negative energies because of that. This person had plans. They really wanted to grow with you, to build with you. And whatever happened, Aries, between the both of you, they just felt very discouraged because of the lack of resources, the lack of, I'm going to say, bodily functions. I'm getting this in my head right now. I'm seeing this in my mind's eye. Bodily functions. The lack of bodily functions. Maybe somebody here couldn't perform, right? Maybe something like that happened. And they just felt that they were not good enough to satisfy you or to be with you in the way that you wanted them to. They just felt very unworthy. They felt worthless. They felt insecure. Eeks. It's difficult in a connection like that because we need both parties to come together and realize that both of them have value, that they both bring out the best in each other. That's what a real relationship is all about, right? But this individual, they were so insecure that they could not see it that way. They felt that they are just a walking, talking embarrassment. Being in this connection with somebody like you. You're too good for them. That's what they felt. Wow. Would anybody have confessed this? Hardly. I don't think anybody would confess that. Maybe somebody did tell you, you deserve better. That's usually what people say. Maybe this person did say that. you may not have understood what they meant 100% because nobody's going to tell you what's going on in their heart and their mind. All right. Let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot. We have here the World card. So with this deck, I look into any action plans, intentions that this individual has. Here we do have the Six of Cups, beautiful memories from the past. Ace of Pentacles. Oh boy. We have restrictions. Eight of Swords. And then we also have the Five of Wands. This could be, for some of you, a third-party situation where you have either, in this entire connection, where you have two people involved, three, even four. Well, not two, that's just you and the other person, but three people or four people, in the sense that somebody here may be cheating on someone or having an affair in a way. That's just a small portion of you. And the reason I see that is because there are restrictions here. Somebody feels that they are under the power of another. They feel subjugated in a way. First card's the strongest here. We have the World. So this does indicate that in this connection, this person doesn't like to be far apart. They want to be emotionally and physically close to you. They want to close that gap. After that, we have here Six of Cups. The same individual is missing the past. They want to recreate all of the things that happened in the past. The first kiss, the first look, the first touch, all of that stuff, and relive it, because that was innocence and that was true and that was pure. That was clean, and that's the type of memory this person holds in their heart. They really want to recreate that, and they miss it. They miss you. Here we also have Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, it does talk about how there's going to be an offer coming through. Yes, I do see that. And it is a very tangible offer. So it's not just this wishy-washy kind of offer. This is something where it resources, material resources. Okay, I'm seeing material resources in my mind's eye. So this could be something like, let's move in together, let's commit, let's buy something together. Something like that, like a little bit of an investment, but also working as a team on a project or something like that. It's something very tangible. Now, we have this really interesting card, Eight of Swords. This talks about how this individual is stuck in a situation where there are restrictions, constraints, burdens. They have been blindfolded. They can't see, they can't hear. Their arms, legs, feet, hand are tied. They can't make a move. They're bound. On top of that, we have here, they are surrounded by swords. Being surrounded by swords feels to this individual that they are caged. They do not have the freedom to move beyond those confines. They feel as if they're being held against their will. They don't have freedom. And someone in the distance is watching them like a hawk. This becomes a problem. This problem that exists now, it's because they do want freedom and they do want to approach you. But whatever circumstances they are in right now, those issues are causing the problems. And not only that, here the overall arching theme, we actually have what people think in society, external factors. These are other people, perhaps people who are creating rumors, jealousy, spreading misunderstandings. And also it talks a lot about ego-oriented competition. It talks about struggle, distrust. So it's a very nasty card because it does talk a lot about how other influences are really ruining this connection, because this person here, they do want to break free, they do want to move on, but they're listening to somebody else or something else. What I'm seeing here is, again, this person is under the power of another, and they don't have the freedom to move forward. Do they love you? Do they miss you? They do miss you a lot with the Six of Cups. They're thinking about the past a lot. Are they willing to try to approach you? Yes, they are. Is there struggle, however? Absolutely yes. Because this person does not have the freedom that you do. The majority of you do have freedom. And when I say freedom, it's whatever you think. Your society, your family, your friends, they say something to you and you believe that to be true because that's the way it's always been. Tradition. Beliefs. Here, this is something that is slightly different from the norm. Something that's a bit different from the everyday tradition. And going against that creates problems for some people. That is why you have here the Five of Wands. There's other people involved in this connection, in the sense that they're talking and they're influencing. All right, so I do see this individual reaching out. However, keep in mind they will still be very much restricted. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. We have here take action. Followed by look for a sign. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Look for a sign and compromise. That's what happens when you have a connection where both parties are very much strung in their beliefs. They really, really feel that what they think is the right way. Oh boy. Okay. Single one card fell down. If you believe. Ask for help from others. Yep. So the people that you have around you, they're not really the most encouraging or the best, honestly. It's becoming a problem now. And here we have take action, look for a sign, compromise within the next few weeks, perfect timing, listen to your intuition. If you believe. And then we have ask for help from others. Here we have the angels saying that it is time for you to take action. But it's also time to look for a sign. This could be signs and synchronicities, but it also could be look for red flags. What really has happened in the past? Some people, the people that you're dealing with here, they may have told you that you're not seeing this. This is wrong. And you may have thought, no, I think otherwise. This is right. Because that's how I feel. So do look for a sign. According to this, the only way, Aries, this specific connection that you have, the spiritual connection, the only way it's going to work is if there's a compromise. And a compromise is always good because it does talk about how you adjust a little bit, they adjust a little bit. They accommodate you, you accommodate them, and then you both meet in the middle. That's what's happening here. That's the only way it's going to work. If there's a certain argument that keeps occurring, don't talk about that topic, just leave it. Is it worth it? No, it's not actually. In the long run, in the grand scheme of things, it's more important to have this connection. For some of you, not all of you, you're going to be like, I don't need that. I've been there, done that. I don't want that. But the majority of you, you will want this connection, and the best way to do it is by compromising. Compromising also means that it's supposed to be equal, give and take from each party, but sometimes I've seen the ratio 60-40. So that's also acceptable, but if it's like 70% one is changing and the other's only changing 30%, that's not really that fair. Here we also have within the next few weeks or months, certain things are going to start to change, and that compromise will occur within the next few weeks or months. It most likely it's going to be months, weeks, few weeks, could be months. However, whenever this does happen, it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. I know many of you don't like that, but it does say here perfect timing, which means in divine timing. This means that you have already established yourself emotionally, spiritually, physically, even materialistically. This other person, however, they don't feel that they have established themselves yet. The day that they do, that's when they're going to reach out to you. Here we also have listen to your intuition. You will be receiving a lot of information from others, even the people that may be jealous, spreading rumors. You might not know that they're jealous, but do take the advice of what you feel on the inside, your gut instinct. We have here if you believe, so some of you may just, give up on this, but there's no harm in believing and understanding that yes, this connection can go somewhere. We also have here, ask for help from others. The overall arching theme. So this does talk about how in this connection, there are other individuals who you may not have thought of in that way, that you can get advice from them or talk to them or just vent. Here, you are going to be eventually asking for help from others, and they are going to give you some piece of advice, some information, based on their experience. However, the cards still indicate, take it all in, but at the end, listen to your intuition. And don't just do something that somebody blindly says. Think about it first too. And when people tell you, I think this, I think that, always ask them for the reason. That's always the best thing to do. Ask them for the reason why they feel the way that they do, because that'll make you understand where they're coming from. This is for any relationship. Whenever they say something or do something, ask them why. Because then you'll understand where they're coming from, their perspective, what their reasoning is, and it'll probably make more sense. Aries, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity, some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. And please do have a look at my other channel. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping to upload something new there now. I am feeling a little better than before, so I will be able to upload some videos. And those videos are absolutely free on Asnointia audio on my other YouTube channel. So please do visit, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for tuning in today. I will see you guys again. Bye now.